Racism refers to a system of advantages that are interwoven, built into the society, that privilege white people and disadvantage people of color. Anybody can discriminate, and anybody can be prejudiced. A person of color can be prejudiced, a Latino person can be prejudiced against white people, an Asian person can be prejudiced against white people, but only white people can be racist, because racism refers to the system of institutionalized advantage and disadvantage.
In this country, the people with the money and power have been white, and they have been able to give benefits, economic and otherwise, to their children that people of color don't have the ability to give to their children and haven't had the ability to give to their children for generations. And so we continue to kind of preserve a system which puts people of color at disadvantage while continue to provide an advantage for those who are white.
I'm 55 years old. I grew up in North Carolina. That means everyone of my age who was black went to a separate school. Their parents were not permitted employment, even in the cotton mills. They were permitted only day labor or domestic labor. It's no surprise that people my age, the children of those folks raised in that situation, still bear the disabilities of that disadvantage. Everyone can think about their own parents and say, did they give me anything? Did I get financial benefit? Did I get educational benefits from them? If the answer to those questions is yes, I can tell you the answer for African Americans is different.
People in power look at white people as colleagues and as friends and as people that share values. And they look at people of color as different, as other, and as folks that can't really be trusted. That, I think, has become a part of our society over centuries so that we're not even aware that we do it.
White people have enjoyed white privilege for so long that they simply no longer recognize it. It's like the fish. There was a famous article written by Sandra and Darrell Bem years ago that talked about sexism. And they began by posing a question. They said, what's the one thing that the fish doesn't know? And the answer was that it's all wet. Right? What's the one thing that white people don't get? White privilege.
And if you recognize that it's privilege and not just solely the result of, say, your own hard work or your own moral character, then maybe you can get past that idea of, well, anyone who's not receiving that privilege is somehow morally deficient or not working hard enough. And then I think if you can get past that, then you can start to say, well, I do believe in justice.
It's not enough to deplore racism. Those of us who are white and who benefit from white privilege need to look at the ways in which we benefit. And then we have to try to do things which somehow remedy that imbalance.
It's not simply a matter of my being able to love my individual neighbor who may be different, but to be willing to say that we need to begin to look at how we make policy in this country and how we pass laws and how we establish ourselves as a community in which everyone does have access to the same opportunity.